So in this video, I want to explain to you what quantum senses are. You may not have heard this term before. It's something that came to me when I was trying to explain to my clients how I use my quantum senses and what they are in my work. And it suddenly dawned on me that everybody has the opportunity to use their quantum senses. And it also dawned on me the differences between quantum senses and 3D senses. So let me explain all of this so that there's a hope that you can start to access your quantum senses consciously, because I promise you, you are doing it unconsciously. And I also want to touch on what it feels like to access your quantum senses, right? And the difference between your quantum senses and your 3D senses, the feeling. So, what is quantum senses? So, it's a term that I've coined because when I am working with clients and I go into the quantum field, I see things, hear things, feel things, and the spoken word as well that can come through that isn't seen with these eyes, isn't heard with these ears, isn't felt with this body. And the words that come through are spoken in a place that um, is in the field. It's so what it feels like is almost like it's coming from nowhere. Like, when you get like information, an idea, a process, like, when you have these creative spurts, like you'll hear musicians say, I just sat down and suddenly started, the notes started to come from nowhere. I wrote my first book like this. I wrote my second, all my books like this, where the words started to come from nowhere. And it's almost like, it feels like an out of body experience. You're disassociated, your physical body's disassociated from it because your quantum senses are in the quantum. And in the quantum, we're all connected. So there is no physical matter. There's no eyes, ears, mouth, nose for us to sense with. But in order for the human mind to make sense of it, I've termed it quantum senses. I've been gifted it through the quantum senses to call it that because it feels like you're seeing, hearing, speaking, and smelling and touching as if you would be using your 3D senses, but you're not. You're in nowhere and nothing. And so I hope this is landing in a way that I desire. So the difference between your 3D senses is that you can actually physically see it, like somebody else can see it, right? Somebody else can touch it. And so the cool thing about quantum senses is that when you are super connected with somebody, it's almost like telepathy. When you're in a room and you connect with somebody and you know what they're thinking and you hear almost what they're thinking. That's your quantum hearing. Or you I don't want to use the word visualize because it's not visualization. It's like images just come up. So it's a visualization to me is that you create the image and it's projected out. Quantum vision is an image just appearing like that, right? And so what I would love to share with you guys is that you will have experienced all of this unconsciously. So, when you suddenly get an idea for something at work or somebody asks you a question, some advice, and this like genius comes out of your mouth and you're like, where the hell did that come from? Right? That. And the beauty of using your quantum senses over your physical sense, your like 3D senses. 3D senses are what we see, hear, feel, touch, our senses, right? The beauty of using quantum senses is that in the quantum field, there is so much information that if you were to imagine the 3D, our 3D senses is like a drop in the ocean. Tiny, 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 smaller than a drop in the ocean of what we actually see and is available to us. Quantum senses accesses, if you like, the ocean and beyond. So the coolness about using the quantum senses is that you have access to infinite infinite information, right? And the other cool thing about it is that when you trust it, that you don't need to know where it came from, but you just know it's true. When you trust it, it's effortless. It literally feels effortless for it to come to you. As opposed to 3D senses where you have to read, you have to get knowledge, you have to remember it, you have to learn about it, you have to like listen to somebody. It takes time in the 3D. It's like hard push like that, right? In the quantum, it's like magic. It comes from nowhere. I am literally using my quantum senses right now to record this because I trust in my quantum senses so deeply that I know this information will come through. My team asked me a question and I literally download it. In fact, today I'm chatting with one of my team members and I'm like, I'm writing all these questions down, but I need the answers are coming through so fast. I have to just start recording. We have to just hit record now. So I was like, are you able to do that? Have you got the space to just hear these questions, these answers right now? And that's what quantum senses feels like. There is no time. It's just, it's a download. It's like another download, another download. And some of you will hear it. Some of you will see it like a flash. And some of you will feel it coming through your body and out. Right? And so the key to why quantum senses are going to get you in life much further, much quicker than 3D senses is because you're accessing the infinite realm of information. So there's so many possibilities. So it's always going to give you the quickest, the fastest, the most aligned with your frequency possibility that you can hold. And also, here's the best bit. It's going to give you information that you have never experienced before, that you don't know about, because you're stepping in the unknown, right? Whereas the 3D, the only access you have is the information in that drop of water because you have pushed and put effort into getting that information. And so this is why when you can trust the quantum, when you can really go deep, you will find all the answers. And let me tell you, the access point to the quantum is one thing. It's one word: love. When you can reach a place of love, you can access the quantum. Love is the frequency between the veil, between the 3D and the quantum. Think about it. When you're in love and you feel gratitude, everything is amazing. All the ideas come. There's no resistance. There's zero resistance. And so this is why always coming back to love, always coming back to the frequency of love, to the frequency of gratitude. Because the combination love brings you to literally the frequency, and gratitude is the frequency of receivership. And where's it all accessed? Your heart. And your heart is a portal for creation. It's where the so the electro is the thought, and the magnetic is the idea coming back to you into your heart. But it can't come back to you if you don't feel it. So it starts with love. And this is why accessing your quantum senses on a daily basis, your life will never be the same again. It's been so great chatting with you guys. If you want to know more, reach out. Take care.